Have you ever seen a painting you thought was a photograph? With details so exact you thought, well, it had to be machine made. Well, Diane Davich Craig certainly has an eye and ear for detail, a trait which the artist and musician sometimes considers a curse. That is, until she discovered how to harness her talent.
I'd always been interested in art, but music's kind of all-encompassing. So after many years of playing the flute, I decided that I might just give art a try.
Diane Davich Craig is a woman on a mission. She's constantly in pursuit of perfection. That's true whether she's in front of a music stand or a canvas. Now, while it's generally considered a good thing to be the best you can be, for an artist, it can be downright distressing.
I am really detailed-oriented, and I think if you're in a music career, you've always had to be detailed-oriented. So you come up with that background and you just don't have a choice. When I first started, I thought, I'll be a landscape painter, and I'll paint all these rolling fields around Nashville. And then I realized I'm going to paint every straw, every blade of grass, every little leaf on the tree. And I took a class with Charles Brindley, and he said, you can't just paint every leaf. And I go, but it's there, I got to paint it. And so then I realized landscape's not for me.
Fortunately, Diane was inspired by Pennsylvania artist Anthony Shoeless, who taught her a style of painting that fit her to a T that stands for trompe-l'oeil.
Trompe-l'oeil means fool the eye, which actually means so realistic that you want to just pull the little things out of the painting. And it's true, if you saw his work, you'd just go, that can't be a painting. I really work toward getting things really realistic looking. And what I do is, first of all, I use a lot of tiny brushes a lot of times to do very, very small details, but it's kind of a magic trick. Sometimes I'll put just that little dot of white highlight and I go, wow, now it looks like it's something real.
Helping herself and others deal with the realities of life is a side benefit to Diane's artistic endeavors. She started painting to take her mind off of her father's illness, which led to Clydes Ride, a tribute to her dad. While Knockout was inspired by her husband's health issues.
Think about all the people that are fighting, like fighting cancer, and we just found out my husband had cancer, and I thought, I'm going to do something about fighting and how you fight, and you can get through those things. The Heartbreak Hotel, again, I didn't think about what it meant to me until I'd already started the painting. And then I thought, we all do have kind of our heartbreaks. And I thought that's just like a pearl because it causes pain to the oyster. And eventually that just covers over and it heals the pain.
Don't get the wrong idea. Most of Diane's work has a light, whimsical feel. The vibrant colors and cartoon-like characters are guaranteed to lighten your spirits.
I have certain feelings when I'm making the work. Everything's usually really happy for me because painting is such a happy place. And I hope that when people look at it, they get some happy thoughts and they start thinking about some people maybe they remembered and all the happy things that they're looking forward to doing. So you'll find that most of my work is very colorful and kind of on the happy side. I love neon signs, and that's one of the first subjects I picked. And the reason, I lived in a little town called Columbia. It's a little south of here. I'm sure you've been there. And they had a couple of little neon signs. And then we came up to the big city of Nashville one time and saw this big Zayre sign. And I thought, that is magnificent. So I just kind of fell in love with the neon signs. I kind of love funny things. It kind of brings you back to your childhood. I love Mr. Bill and Rock'em Sock'em Robots and things like that. On eBay, I'll be scrolling around and I'll see like a box of trolls for $2 or something. And I'll go, okay, I'm gonna get some trolls and I'll figure out what to paint with it next,
As musical director of the Nashville Chamber Players, and an award-winning artist, Diane is often torn between her desire to paint and her original love of music. However, she was happy to discover that both creative outlets complement each other.
While I'm painting, I miss playing the flute, and while I'm playing the flute, I miss painting. So it's clear I kind of have to keep both going, but that's hard to do. And I don't even think I would be a good painter had I not learned the flute. So I guess that's a testament to sticking your kids in band class, because it really made me have an attention to detail and to learn how to learn. And that is, don't always work on the spots you can already play. Pick out those little spots that you can't do and work those one note at a time.
Whether one note or one brushstroke at a time, Diane Davich Craig will be thrilling the ears and eyes of her fans for a long time to come.